The next problem that we're going to review is number 17. 17 and 18 are very similar, synthetic division. So the first step is that you want to take what you're going to divide by, 2x minus 3, and set that equal to 0. We just want to get what the x value is. So add 3 and I'll get 2x equals 3, divide by 2, x is equal to 3 halves. So when I set up my synthetic division, I'm going to put the x value, 3 halves, outside of my little bracket, and inside I'm going to take the coefficients for each of these. So 2, negative 11, 22, negative 10. You'll want to also be aware, if you have like x to the power of 3, you skipped 1, and then you had x, you would actually want to take and put a 0 where your missing x squared was. But in this case, we have it, so we put negative 11 in there. Okay, now the pattern is always to add and then multiply. So we bring it down and add 2. Now I multiply here. 3 halves times by 2 is just 3. I add negative 8. I multiply negative 12. Add, multiply. Okay, so this represented 2x to the power of 3, negative 11x squared, 11x, and just a plain number 10. But we divided an x out of it, so it drops an x here. This is x squared, this is going to be x, this is going to be a plain number, and that makes this our remainder. So if they've asked you for what the answer to the division is, 2x squared minus 8x plus 10. Now the 5 did not yet get to be multiplied or divided by this 3 halves, so we're going to say plus 5 divided by what it came from, 2x minus 3. So there's the answer to the division. If they asked you to write it as a factor, you could say that this problem, if we were to call that f of x, that is actually the same as 2x minus 3 times by 2x squared minus 8x plus 10 plus 5 over 2x minus 3. If I were to FOIL that together, I would get back to this original answer. So kind of depends how they ask the question, whether they wanted you to factor it or whether they're just looking for the answer to the division. In this case, it said divide. This would have been my answer.